Hi, y'all. Part two here and take two of part two. I rambled on in the first take. So, in second grade and third grade, I took piano lessons from the resident choir teacher who also taught piano at my grade school. My sister took piano seventh grade and eighth grade those 2 years, so we were 5 grades apart. I was in second grade, she was in seventh grade, I was in third grade, she was in eighth grade. She had taken piano lessons many years earlier from another piano teacher in our neighborhood. Just a nice elderly old lady with a really big baby grand piano with an oak finish. Now I remember one time my mom and we were waiting in the car for my sister to come out from her lesson, and my sister, it was my job to go knock on the door for of the old lady's like cottage studio garage attachment section of her house where she had the big piano, and to retrieve my sister. And she comes out and with her piano bag, and we race each other back to the car, and one thing led to another really quickly, and she smashed the car door on my arm. I screamed bloody murder. My sister almost broke my wrist or my arm. Almost. But I remember she got a good yelling at by my mom. And I don't know if she was grounded afterwards or if she had something taken away from her, but that was really, like impulsive. She was probably in fifth grade. Okay, she was probably in fifth grade or sixth grade. I was either in kindergarten or first grade. But it was enough for her to definitely have gotten grounded, and I should ask her about that the next time I see her. Maybe she'll remember. Maybe she won't. Um, when I was in fourth grade, I was a little bit overscheduled, and so I was still taking piano lessons at school. My parents paying out of pocket for that. That was my third year of taking piano lessons at school, once a week. Trevor and Nick were both well above me and more advanced than me by that point. I think they took summer lessons, and they just advanced super quickly. Um, so I no longer did ballet or tap or jazz. Those were a thing of the past. I had moved on to karate, and my mom was like, "Oh, you need another thing to do." So, yeah, you're going to take clarinet. You're not just doing piano at school. Now you're going to do clarinet in the ensemble band for 4th to 8th graders. I was already doing karate 3 times a week. No, I take it back. That was twice a week because the dojo had just opened. It was like in its very, very infancy, its first few months of being a karate dojo. It had just opened. So I was doing karate twice a week, and I think I was in the Tuesday, Thursday class for a little while. But yeah, she overloaded me. I had 3 things going on, 2 musical instruments and karate after school. And I felt overwhelmed. Was there a 4th thing? I wanted soccer, but they were like, "Oh no, you did that in 1st grade. That was enough." There was something. Oh, that's right. There was supposed to be basketball, and that didn't turn out to happen at all. My parents signed me up for, rec league basketball for like 10, 11-year-old girls, rec league basketball at the community center, and I went to my mom bought me like actual like basketball shorts for the first time in my life, and a matching t-shirt and a pair of brand new pair of gym shoes. Not basketball shoes, but gym shoes. I go to the community center, and the other girls are there waiting. It was like, 2 girls from my 4th grade classes, and I think 1 girl in 5th grade, and 2 or 3 girls I recognized from ballet classes of the past. And we were just sitting there in the lobby waiting. There was no basketball coach. It was supposed to be some girl and, that it was supposed to be somebody's dad with their daughter on the team. And they never showed up. And so then I just walked home. And my parents were like, what happened? And so, did I walk home? No, I couldn't. The community center contacted all the parents and said, well, you're going to have to come back and pick up your kids because the basketball coach, volunteer parent, didn't show up. And then that happened again a second time, and then it happened a third time, and then it happened a fourth time. And that by the fourth time, only myself and one other girl had shown up because, parents had way too much hope and way too much optimism. Oh, maybe they forgot. Oh, maybe they forgot. Oh, maybe they forgot. Fourth time's the charm. That fourth time was the last time I went to sit in the lobby. And my mom was, I think, in the car outside. Or maybe she was in the lobby with me. And then she demanded a refund. And obviously basketball never happened. Oh well. I still got, a year and a half out of the clothes, out of the basketball shorts, until I had another growth spurt. And the shoes definitely came in handy because they were just shoes. They weren't basketball shoes, they were just tennis shoes. But yeah, basketball never happened, but at the same time, I was a little bit overscheduled. And in that moment, in that brief moment, what was it, a 2 or 3 week window of piano lessons at school, clarinet lessons at school in the ensemble band, karate after school twice a week, and then that ridiculous, very short window of, well, we're going to sign you up for basketball. In that very short window, I quit piano. And that pissed off my mom so much. And she didn't understand that she was overloading me. That it was too much. That she wanted me to do piano and clarinet and kept on pushing me to even continue practicing recorder at home with a more advanced book that she bought for me at a music store. Like, it's a piece of plastic. Why do I need to play this? But the expectation was too high on me, 10-year-old me, and I just was like, nope, I'm quitting. I'm not going to play any more recorder. I'm not going to play any more piano. I remember I had a temper tantrum or a meltdown during a piano lesson, and I was just falling apart. And I couldn't handle it anymore. And I think the piano teacher, she did call my mom and let her know. But obviously my mom took that in the wrong way and grounded me and took away my CD player or my Walkman and took away my computer game privileges, and obviously it was like, oh, you don't know what it's like to be overloaded. You don't know what it's like to be overwhelmed. Cue, this was the first bout of childhood PTSD I had regarding piano. So stay tuned for part 3. Thank you.